Welcome, everybody. Here we go with another Poetry Corner edition on a Tuesday, 8 p.m. Glad you all could stand here and be in attendance. Welcome back to my co-host, Valerie Lorraine. Welcome our new co-host, Sister Monet. How y'all ladies doing tonight?
Great, right.
All right, that's what's up. We here, you know what I mean, right after the full moon, but we still in the retrograde.
Right.
But it's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody worried about it. You know what I mean? So, the spices of life. How do you feel about the spices of life? What's your take on it?
Oh, come on, the spice of life. It's everything that happens, right? The good and the bad. And as one smart person said, nothing lasts forever. Whether it's good or bad, it all changes. So spice it up.
Yeah.
Sister Monet.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to exude a lot of positive energy, regardless of the moon and the lunatics that come along with the full moon. Just trying to stay positive, stay with my affirmations, stay connected to my soul tribe, my support circle, just trying to stay connected. But there is some times that, you got to isolate, regroup, recollect. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
That's what's up. Yeah, I just look at the spices of life, like everything can be well seasoned. You know what I mean? With some TLC, tender love and care. Mm-hmm. And that's how I like to move about in the world. You know what I mean? Like you season everything and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're writing or reciting, you know what I'm saying? Season it. You know what I mean? Put a little saison on it. So even like you said, affirmations, you can add words, you know what I'm saying? The words to the lines, the words of the season. You seasoning up that food, you're cooking it up. So it comes to completion.
Yeah, like I told myself, you got to work in the midst of everything. You have to work your faith, not your frustration, to stay on that positive. So that's been kind of like my affirmation, my little quote that I've been saying to myself. When things either do or do not go my way, or I get overwhelmed, just try to put, like you said, put that little spice on it, or put that little seasoning on it to keep me salted. Like the Bible says, we are the salt. So here we are.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't really deal with salt though, but I like pepper.
Yes, so do I.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, we here every day. You know what I'm saying? Brand new day, brand new feeling. As I say, just get it. Go out there and get it in the world. You know what I mean? Don't let nothing hold you back.
No.
And I feel like that's the way to be. Do your prayers, or whether you meditate or whatnot. Just be lifted. I'm just happy to open my eyes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's why I say brand new day, brand new feeling.
That's a blessing in itself to be able to open your eyes and be on this side of the earth.
That's right. True
Yeah.
facts.
Agreed.
That's how I say when I get up in the morning, it's like, oh man, forget about yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Today is my tomorrow. So you make it what you want it to be. You know what I mean? So ladies, I know we got some poetry up in here tonight. We got
Yes,
another
I am
poets,
ready.
author, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And like I said, Valerie Lorraine is back up in the building.
Yes.
I'm very excited to be back. Yeah,
Yes,
it was
ma'am.
a long go, so still can hear it in my voice, but I'm super happy that
She ran away and we found her. We sent the team out to get her. Send out the beacon of hope.
It's a blessing to
Absolutely.
have you back.
Yeah.
Thank
I miss
you.
seeing your audience.
Yeah, I answered the back call. I'm back.
I'm glad you're feeling a lot better though. So
Thank you
Indeed.
so much.
Indeed.
one
Yeah,
thing at a
it was.
time. We've been praying for you.
Yeah,
Love you.
thank you. It means a lot. I had a lot of people phoning or texting to check in on me, and some of the people were very unexpected to me that they would, and I just appreciated it so much because, you know, I spend a lot of time on social media and hosting lives, and it's just nice to know that you're actually impacting people's lives, and they think about you, and even then they don't see you. So it was beautiful.
Well, you're back in the building. You in the place to be. You know what I mean, so we had discussions off screen and stuff like that. So I was glad to know that you back where you want to be at and stuff like that. And congratulations. Well, I'm gonna let you say that. I ain't gonna take your time. You go into it.
I'm very excited to announce that during the time when I was off, even though I wasn't doing shows, when I was up to it, I was still working. So I was able to produce my second book, My Life Untitled, which is available on Amazon and Ingram Sparks and the suppliers of Ingram Sparks. And just today was released in the Company of Poets, which is an anthology that I have hosted. There are 12 poets in that book, so 11 others and myself. It is on pre-sale on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, Walmart, and so it is out there for pre-sale up until the 23rd when it will be formally released. So myself and the 11 poets are beside ourselves excited, and we've been in a big excitement today, just rushing around and getting the word out to everybody and doing all the promotions. So it's very exciting. It's a beautiful book. It's a powerhouse collection of poets, and everybody who we've put it out to has been like, wow, they're so excited about who's in the book. So
that's what's up.
I know, right? Yeah, very excited. Yeah, thank you.
Why don't you drop us off one of those poems?
All right, I sure will. This is called Spices. I marinated myself in the beauty of your spices. The aromas of you saturated my senses until it settled in my brain, so memories evoked easily as I caught you in the air I breathe in. There you are in my thoughts, yesteryear, yesterday, and hopeful for tomorrow. The air is warm and damp from sea spray as you walked hand in hand with me, our footprints temporarily wet in the sand, water pulling proof of our path back to the rolling waves. I long for your hand to reach for mine again, as my hair absorbs the sea salt carried on the blowing breeze. Time cannot hold you back from me. It can only distance us along the horizon. Painfully, I wait for you and your reaching hand. The ocean has been my favorite place, where you etched our initials in a large dead wood, now bleached from the sun. I still wear the beach glass that you gave me, harnessed in wire by your strong hands and laced with leather. You tied it around my neck. My fingers play along the soft edges. It won't cut my hand, but it jaggedly daggers into my heart, just laying so near its rhythmic beat. The glistening sun lays bronze on my skin as it plays with reflective light over the water, the washing blue water. My feet sinking deeper. I push them down hard in a desperate attempt to let the earth know I will not give in. I will not give in. I will wait because I know you are there on the other side of that ocean, calling for me on tidal winds that cast your voice in whispers. So I will come here every sunset when the tide is out and hope to see your footprints passing their way to me.
That was sweet. I like that.
Thank you.
That was very
Thank you.
sweet. Yeah.
Ooh.
You get my reading voice back.
I know, right?
Yes.
It's always good to have your voice back, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
People out here suffering. That was beautiful, though. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's very, very nice.
Sister Monet.
Well, I mean, Lorraine just had hers. Mine is close. This is called the seasonings. So here we go. I realized that my marriage was for a season. He can throw all that salt on me. I know I taste better. I'm more appeasing to the one who favors me. See, I was in a relationship that was bland, and that taste I could no longer stand. So I released my hand from his grasp. That was a season. Staying in that refrigerator of a cold marriage, what's the reason? Listen, when you prepare a dish, you must comprehend the recipe. You gotta pour into me and stir me up gracefully. Know your seasons. Don't pour salt when it's supposed to be sugar. Be sweet, keep me up, hold me tight, and make sure you serve me up right. See, at one point I was loose like melted butter, and now I'm firm and hard like brown sugar in the back of the cabinet. Left alone, stuck at home, and not put on display for others to see. Seasons came and went from spring, winter, and fall. I realized you wasn't giving me your all. Well, at least not to me. I saw how you moved out the kitchen and stopped cooking for me. I went to chef it up. You wanted some spice, I cayenne for you, but I wasn't nice. See, you wanted rosemary and thyme while I was at home dicing up the lime, trying to mix up the recipe of this marriage. I put the lime in a coconut and mixed it all up, but out the door you struck. Left me burning mad like a ghost pepper while trying to stay cool as a cucumber. Still holding on, storing up my nutmeg is who you wanted. So why even stay and beg? You wanted out too, you just didn't know what to do. We kept trying to adjust the recipe, but we just ended up with a catastrophe. That was it.
It's beautiful. Okay. I'm sorry for the interruption if you guys heard that.
You're fine.
It's been a minute. I forgot to turn my phone on silent.
Nice piece. Nice piece.
Gorgeous.
She laid it right out in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that sounded like it had some saison in it. Like,
now I want something with lime in it.
Instead of saying say something, saison.
Yeah,
that was a beautiful piece, though. I mean,
thank you.
So I have good news too. You know what I mean?
Oh, what are you at? Book number 30?
That part.
Nah, I just released a track with me and Edwina. You know, Shaded Lips. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be on a lot of platforms. So I'm very excited about that.
Nice.
So, and yeah, I am working on the next one. It'll be out soon by the end of the month. Oh, stop.
I mean, I knew it without even being told. It's like I think every week we should just come in and say congratulations.
That's premature. No, but it's called Wintergreen, and it has a very strong, significant meaning to it, which is dedicated to one of my cousins who passed away long ago. So very excited about this one. But I'm also excited about releasing tracks on DistroKid on these platforms. So we'll be working on these recordings. So I'm going to, yeah, thank you. So I'm going to go into this piece called Wheel of Time, The Essence, Part 2. Before the 5th year, I switch gears, killing the whole timeline. My glow illuminates between Earth and endless time. They'll place books in a capsule, Earth into the future, dug up later in life and get scanned by new computers. Ready in study halls, deciphered in multi-halls. I pictured placed on a wall, unexplained, the unexplored. Left a grimy-ass city at 21 taking a journey. Mind so complicated, even haters learn from me. What they didn't know that I have an uncle that know the game very well. So I learned to change lanes and do the unexplained very well. Host viral shows, even join Blog Talk Radio. Made to go creating a video for all these many different folks. Jumped on stage twice reciting my written poetry. Surprised by the applause of races that noticed me. Working healthcare for many years, building on a top tier. Only God I fear is the only God I fear. My image reflects a true and living human being, with a third eye seeing the opposition deceiving. Class that I attend bring enlightenment, check yours. Sweating energy out my pores until it's time to restore. Law of natural order with discipline, who's listening? I never try fitting in, only get in where I fit in. Hold my own weight, even if I lose or gain. Who cares about a kudos? I pray for days of rain. Contact a lady friend, even though many of them may forget some, but those I choose to remember them. What is brought to life is nice when we connect. Levels of respect without neglect is not suspect. Even the darker side of me can't compete. I'm too complete. Meditate on higher peaks where some voices can't even speak. So I become telepathic, shoot words like automatics. Some of my poems crafted and graphic with others' habit. Bang on my chest like Kong if human error is wrong. Whenever I'm long gone, just tell them to play my favorite song, King.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It was the Kong for me.
Huh? Oh,
it was the banging on the chest.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I made it. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Wakanda forever.
Brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Well, you know what? I'm going to take this moment in the show to welcome Sister to the show and as a co-host. And it's such a lovely experience that it just winds up us tonight that we get to share this time and welcome you to the show. I'd like to welcome everybody who's in the room, whether you're watching this live or watching this on replay. Please do make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. You can hit the notification bell so that you get notified of this show and other shows on this channel. There's several shows, and there's also pop-ups. So don't miss anything by hitting the notification bell. And thank you very much for joining us. We also have the Poetry Corner on Facebook. So be sure to join over there. If you're just a poetry lover, you're going to be thrilled with all the posts that are there. If you are a poet, you are more than welcome to join the group. There's low maintenance. Just hit join and you're free to start posting. There's no restrictions. Post your poetry, post your upcoming events, post your books, celebrate yourself and poetry with us.
Yes. That's right. Thank you for that. Self-love is everything.
Absolutely.
You know? Hey, we gotta move around in this world a better way. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. I love writing poetry. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna go old school with this, the bomb digging. You know what I mean, when you can get those feelings off your chest outside of yourself and be like, yo, and then you reread and it's like,
it's the same feeling.
I know the one thing. No, good. I'm sorry, Sister Marie.
No, I was just saying it's a very safe space for you to put your thoughts into words and then to read it back to yourself. It's a very healing ordeal. And then to be able to share it with someone who you had no idea was going through the same exact thing that you were going through. It's very healing.
Hey, I'm gonna put y'all on to one of King's secrets.
Okay.
I'm saying the whole world is listening, so
I was gonna say it's not a secret anymore.
So when you write your piece, right? I learned this a long time ago. Try reading your piece from the bottom up. It hits different. You know what I mean? It's almost like, was that intent that I wrote it from the top to the bottom, but it had a special more meaning when you read it from the bottom to the top? It does to me. I was just like, wow. I said, maybe I should have wrote it like that, but it wasn't intended. I just think that that's God's way of showing you something and delivering a message to you.
Never looked at it like that.
You have me reading my poem.
But you know, nobody would even know. Like, I posted a lot of my poetry online and stuff, Instagram and stuff. But doing the shows, I've read it from the bottom to the top.
So it's interesting you say that, because you reminded me of when I was hosting one of the shows, somebody had sent me a piece to read, and they said, so read it, and then they asked me to read it backwards, and it was designed to be read that way, and man, was it powerful. It was so interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
really, really, really great.
yeah, I started doing that like a year and a half already.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
And I was just like, and my other cousin told me, like, don't dig too deep into it. Don't, because I know you're a thinker, so just leave it alone. That's the way God intended it. He said, start reading it from the bottom up. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
when
you had
you
me like captivated to read.
see, that's one of my little jewels and gems, though. But figure out share that with the world. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, it's no longer secret. Now you can never tell anybody else that you're going to share your secret, because it's no longer a secret.
I ain't gonna share my other secret.
Okay.
I'll leave that one alone. But
That's not.
Yeah, I'm literally scanning all my poetry. Like, wow,
Right.
okay, I gotta sit down and reread that one and do it differently. Or
well, you know, we talking about spices of life. So, all right, I'm gonna just let the cat out the bag. Try
Nice.
reading from the middle, and then going to the top, and then go to the last. So
Okay.
if you got, say you got 12 lines, right?
Yeah.
Read the middle, them 4, then read the top 4 lines, and then read the last 4. Yeah.
So you're saying mix up the whole stanza, like mix up. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun times. That's cool.
I told somebody one time, I said, I'm special.
I think we have a whole new show now, right? We just pick up a few poems and start playing with them differently.
It's spices, you know what I'm saying? You know, you just add it all in the recipe. So when you're ready to present, you know what I'm saying? You have it right there. You already done spiced it up.
Love it.
I mean,
sounds like fun.
Yeah. Actually,
I gotta go back and reread all my stuff now. Like, you really got me over here thinking, like,
right.
I gotta reread.
Just a couple, just a couple little jewels and gems I picked up along the way. I like to be creative, and so I just try to look and, you know, go here, go there. I mean, even reciting, and when I might start from 2 lines and go somewhere else, and then pick back up in between and stuff like that. It's like it's having fun. You know what I mean? You have fun with it. That's what poetry is all about: expression and having fun with it, and loving the craft that we're here for. You know what I mean? So.
You have me curious, because I enjoy reading some very powerful micros. So now you have me thinking, like, ooh, what if I read my micros backwards? I wonder if that would work. Micros are their own beast. So
now, can you wait? I'm sorry. I was going to ask Lorraine. Can you school me? You said micros. Can you elaborate on that?
Micros are extremely short poems. I can give you 2 examples of some micros that I have, but micros, a really good micro is, it gives you like something that sucks you in, like it gives you some great interest that you're like, whoa. And then it gives you a line or 2 or you know, just a few lines, and then it gives you a gut punch, because the whole idea of a micro is that you want to be left thinking, holy cow, like somebody captured something so profound with so few words.
Oh, okay.
You know, so that
is it sort of like somebody saying, like, I stand on 2 towers of power lines of thought?
That kind of thing. Like
sort of here and there, like.
I'll give you 2 of mine.
All right.
I was gonna read something different, but
please,
so
entertain us.
This would be the only poem that I have memorized of mine. I feel accomplished, but when you hear it, you'll be like, really, Valerie? So this is from my book, My Life Untitled, and it's called Blood. You are blood. I am innocence. We loved until I understood.
That was it?
Yeah.
That's it. That's a micro.
What? Okay, I get
with
it. Because I was like, oh, okay, that's getting deep. Where's she going with it? Oh, and then it's over. Got you. It's almost like
over.
that
You get that
cliffhanger.
gut punch, like, you know. But I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I'm the best at it. I'm just saying that that's an example of. I have one more. If I just give me 1 second. I'm
loving this. I'm always here to learn.
Okay, here we go. This is called Innocent. There is an innocent life buried 6 feet deep. Below the petrichor of trauma, she is screaming for resurrection.
Hmm. Wow. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
since we seasoned in the show tonight
Yeah.
with these spices of information,
Right.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Whatever you add to your cooking, I got
Hmm.
something for you. So in the beginning, when I first started doing my books, right, I said to myself, a lot of people are focused like on long theory of poetry. I said, what can I write in 12 lines that somebody else can write in 16 or 20?
Hmm.
So I started focusing on there. So I started just like going there, and it just came natural flow. Then I challenged myself and said, what can you say in 6 lines
Mm-hmm.
that somebody say in 12?
Yeah.
Wow.
And having content in that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really an easy thing to do.
It's not.
You got to be mind over matter. Then I mastered that, and then only reason I started going back to 16s and 12 lines because a couple of cousins was like, "Oh, you just write 12 because you can't write 16 lines." I said, "No, I just don't do that. I'm not a rapper and not like that, an MC.
Right.
I just write the way I write." So even when I'm writing stories or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
it's 12 lines, or I write it to where it's at. Even 16, person like, where's the rest? There is no rest. It's straight to the point. That's just me. That's the type of poet I am. I like to get straight to the point, and that's it. I don't rewrite my stuff. I learned not to do that because of God giving it to me like that. That's the way it needs to be
You're right.
presented.
Yeah.
You start
Agreed.
overthinking, going, oh, but I do have two different writing styles. Like when I'm typing my stuff, is very complex. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Which I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I hate it. I mean, because I'm my own worst enemy. You know what I mean? Because then I'm like, just, okay. Then okay, that sounds good there. And then I don't like that process. So when I write my phone, it's just like, boom, boom, God gave it to me, and that's how it is. The angels is like singing the trumpets and everything. I'm cool. Now, when I'm writing on paper, it's almost similar to when I'm typing. You know, I just get very intricate when I'm writing on paper, or pencil and paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that how I'm doing on the keyboard. It's just very intricate, like very sharp and precise, like a laser cutting through something. So that's just 3 different techniques that I have. I don't like typing no more. Only if I'm bored and I'm hearing some good jazz music, then I'll just like relax and I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? Play with it. When I get pen and pad, I don't really like that because I feel like it's a waste of my time sometimes. But I will find time to how you say the repetition. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. You know what I
Right.
mean? So gotta reschool myself. So I've gotten better and better at that too. But like I said, I just like to get things out the way because when thoughts come to me and I'm out in the world seeing things, I'm like just training a thought come across and I just type it in my notepad on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's always feel
I
like
am very guilty of that.
it's a very beautiful film. Mostly all my books I wrote in my phone. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I agree. I use my phone. I find that if I'm using pad and paper, then I'm having to track down the pad and paper, and then I'm having to type it out anyways. And then if I'm editing, I'm crossing stuff out and making arrows and trying to fit everything in. I'm
Yes.
just,
So
we transitioned in school in my age from pen and paper to using computers and phones and everything. So I've spent more of my life using a phone. And even when my kids went to high school and they would say they're not allowed to use their phone, I'm like, why would that even be a rule? Like, because our whole lives are based on phones. So I get you don't want to use, I don't get that you don't want them using them for, avoiding classwork, but why aren't they putting their assignments in their calendar? Why aren't they using their notes? Why aren't they? These are tools that you use when you go out into the real world.
Spices of life.
Right. And that's so accurate, Valerie, because I tell, like, I work with adolescents, and of course all of them have smartphones, but I say the dumbest people have smartphones. Why? Because there's so much productivity in a phone. Like, you don't have to get a pen and pad. You could, hey, let me just put it in
Right.
my notes. You know,
Right.
those who have an iPhone, you know, you could put it in your notes. You can hurry up, quick shoot an email.
Yeah.
You can set, hey, I know God knows if I say, hey
And,
Siri now, she's gonna immediately respond. Literally,
Androids too, though. There's
my
apps.
sound just
Oh, not to cut you off, Sister Monet, but
yeah,
and,
because I said, hey, her name, and it made my computer go crazy.
no, what I
But
was saying,
it happens.
not to interrupt you, but Androids too. When I first started off, I didn't have an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? I had an Android, a Samsung Galaxy, and I found an app called Color Note, which I still have that app on my computer. You know what I'm saying? Because I logged in, I got to use it. So a lot of my poetry is still on that app, that Color Note app. You know what I mean? So it's just going through the test of time. You know what I mean? But yeah.
And the other thing too is, right, because when you're using your notes on your phone, it allows you to note, like, so if I wrote something 2 years ago and then I go in and edit it, I can actually go back and see through their system, right? Like, it'll show me if I hit the dots, and it'll say, you wrote this day, you edited here, edited there. And I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, for copyright reasons, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, but anyways, yeah, that's there's a lot to be said for how the process of people writing is. For some people, I mean, and you know, pen to paper is very enriching. It's very healing. There's something very great, very wonderful about it. But then it's all of the transfer, and people, you know, I still write in cursive, and even to send it, people aren't used to seeing cursive anymore.
Yeah, I don't
so
have time
even
for the
though
transfer.
even though they know how to read it, because I've been in rooms where it's like, okay, we're going to do this 10-minute write and send it to us and we'll read it. So you send it to them and they're like, it's very beautiful writing, but I'm not used to reading cursive anymore. Right. But when we go back to when King, when you were talking about using so many words or so many lines, there's some wonderful prompt groups on IG. They get into certain groups and they'll say, like, here's your word or your 2 words and write a 40-word poem. And I think that is so incredible, because you start writing and you're counting your words and you're like, okay, so I have 52 words and now I got to pare it down to 40 words, but still say what I want to say. And I think that as poets, as writers, we start to learn what words don't need to be there. What word doesn't hold value? What words can I keep that still get the message across? And I think it's a very powerful tool to sharpen our pen.
Yeah, I'm just a sound master. I mean, I resonate off sound. That's why I don't have a problem with prompts and stuff like that. But I've always been a sound master. So when I hear different sounds of either jazz, it don't matter what music, just sounds, melodies, bass lines and stuff. That's what triggers me to write. You know, I guess maybe with prompts when I feel like I'm in school. I was never really the type that like English class or whatever. So that's why now if I got a lot of free time, I've walked down that street many times, like being a prompt master like that, walking down that street with them and stuff. But sound has always been my thing. You know what I mean? I guess coming from a music background and everything like that, it's just, hearing cousins sing and harmonize and stuff. And I'm like, without even like singing lyrics, we're just harmonizing. It's like, oh.
Everybody's got their thing, right?
Yeah, a lot of cousins, they were songwriters and stuff. So me just listening to like sound, like what Q got playing right now, it's like my brain is already like triggering, like I'm like Joe, you on the show. Like, you can't be going there, but yeah, seasons of life. We pick up.
You guys talked about like the music and everything, and because I'm a photographer, when I see something like Lorraine, you showed the sunset earlier, and it flowed right into what the very first piece that you read, and I'm just like, yes, I get it.
Yeah, like, and that's how I am too, right? Like, I mean, sometimes audio will do it for me, but I am, I have a photographic memory. I'm a visual thinker. So that's my form of creativity, right? I want to go out and see things. I want to see pictures. I want to see other people's posts, and yeah, that kind of stuff triggers me. So yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Everyone have to find their spices in life, and like, you know what I mean, whatever way you connect the dots to, and I mean even emotions and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like how I feel like when you having a bad day, it's like somebody put some bad spices in your food. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh. You know what I mean? If you irritated, it could be the smell, you know what I'm saying, of the food that was cooked. Food might be good, but maybe it's the combination of whatever's in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I always look at, the metaphorical way of looking at things in life. You know what I mean?
Well, that sounds like one of my poems I call Spiritual Diet. And it's talking about how
let's
get into it.
Okay.
Let's get into it.
That wasn't really a segue, but you know what?
It's a segue.
Hey, the stage is yours.
Okay. Lord, purge me like a mug of coffee in the morning, like prune juice when I'm bound. Lord, we have a lot of stuff within us that needs to be released. My God, something in here smells deceased. While some may think this metaphor is disgusting, disturbing, and foul, so are our ways when we don't allow your ways to prevail. We put ourselves in these situations, yes, I said situations, coming to you nasty and stinking. We shouldn't have gorged in sin. We should have come to you first, not thinking. We've ingested something that's not settling right within, now asking that you forgive us our daily bread. In grace, we never bowed our head. We're putting on pounds and our frames are getting round. We're now stuck in the bathroom trying to collect ourselves. See, we didn't pray over our food before we started to eat. So now here we are stuck in the bathroom, legs numb and ass stuck to the seat. Guts rumbling, sounding demonic. Sitting here stuck with the afterthought and didn't consider the food that we brought. Not being led by Christ, now it's time to think twice. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is such a wild yet accurate truth of how we come to Christ. I hope this sticks with you all, my friends. Like a colon that needs to be cleansed. So do we. Time to eat clean and be gluten-free. Leave that spicy food alone and consider a liquid diet. Drink more water. Consult your nutritionist. His name is Jesus. Have you tried it?
That was some good wordplay.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
That was great.
All right,
I love it.
All right, Valerie.
All right. Well, I picked this one up. This is called Remnants. The reminiscence of your scent captures me, yet returns me, reminding me of the depths of seduction. It wasn't the scent of your skin wrapped in cologne, but the natural essence. The memory of it drags me. Lucifer lips captivated, enticed, enthralled. I became fluent in the language of disparities. When I contemplate, wish, implore, be completely foreign to me. Waterfalls slip through my palms again, washing my sorrows in the cleansing water's flow. Nothing I do will remove you from my mind. It is fall now, almost a year since it all happened. Leaves change to the colors of spice, just as you did. Saffron, cinnamon, paprika, shades of anger, shades of dying. Our love, dying. Lying in the apricot autumn leaves is all the hope I had for us. Beautiful, but decaying. Nothing has been the same without you. Some of it better, of course. Most of it grieving. So much loss. So much dismissed. Recollections remain. Those drifting, falling away just as the leaves do. If you were healthy and whole, it would have been different. If I could forget your name, if I would lose this discouraging dialect, Maybe love would bound through doors and windows again. My life would be saved, free to roam with a pure, unburdened heart. Instead, I seek the best of you in everyone I meet. So unfair that they must hold that paradigm. I have found the least of you that was offered in many. So easy to walk away when I see glimpses of the ache you caused. Your curse bleeds onto others, saturating and staining, gaining speed and momentum through generations of you. Love is pure and hopeful. Love is devout and loyal. Love is rejected, accepted, protected, or neglected. I am unadulterated love. I am peaceful in the eye of chaos and blooms of desolation. Learning, love doesn't break. Hearts do. Valerie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Like that breakdown.
Thank you.
Yes.
Moving through it.
That's
Spices
an
of
older
life.
piece. That's an older piece.
Love it.
Thank
Love
you.
it.
All right.
Now, what you got for us, King?
Right.
All right.
Mm.
Nothing. Nah.
Liar.
All them
I
12
have
million books you got, you
45
better have
books.
something.
Yeah, I have 45 books.
12 million minus 12
and
million. Zero.
And I have nothing for you.
Well, this piece is titled Chef.
Okay.
Once upon a time in my life, I used to breathe on you. Old model discontinued. Now here is the new menu. Discovery, discipline, dedicated, disciple. No worries of what I might do. I've been outside of high school. My GED was game entering moments. Rally up against associates. I'm caged up with opponents. Mixed lines feel the rough cut before I lace it. The thing you're faced with is just what you're facing. All the way changing these steps to walk up. Maybe 8 is enough, can open up some doors stuck. Invisible ink I used to manifest anywhere. Write and spit on a tear, I fly through any atmosphere. Solution on pollution in cities, so don't get me. Even spirits that shifty and gritty, they walk quickly. Signs posted on memes and things don't mean a thing. Last time I had a drink, they called me the Hennessy King. Oh, that's applaudable. Let me check with the oracle. Don't read into the audible, knowing I've been saw you. Cut ties severely on those who play me too close. Might find you comatose in need of an antidote. If I had just one wish to stop a moment in time, become one of a kind and hold my life on the line. Oh, what a crime behind the guarded door. Walk inside halls, decipher writings on the walls. King.
Nice. Great ending.
Thank you.
Yeah. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. You reminded me of a piece, and it's actually it's fairly new. I wrote it in December before I got sick, and I didn't have the opportunity to post it until very recently. So this is called Here and Now. Autumn leaves tremble as a nervous chill rushes from the mountains down the valley. Leaflets losing grip, flailing in the hush of gusts, down, down, down onto pavement. I walk towards summer night, stumbling along the untaken path. My origami legs unbalanced and full of regret. A pair of wobbly steps forward, over and over, take me... I'm going to reread that. A pair of wobbly forward steps, over and over, take me forward and to the left. Always to the left. I will meet you in summer under the stars. A moon that pushes me onward like I am the tides, constantly churning, without break, obeying. December is a breath away, an inhale before a new beginning. I am wound in the past, trailing the present, gift wrapped in a pink folded bow. Rain softly taps on my skin, unharnessing gray skies swirling above tall cypress. My paper legs crumble from puddles. The hushed gust reaches my ears, and it's your name that rumbles through me, spilling out my tongue, immediately shattered against the crisp of leaves. I call for you. Oh, to have your paper-strong arms fold around me while I am still alive and full of love. your eyes, full. The 2 moons of Mars hold me, dynamic and desolate. You are my verb, and I your adverb, and I your adverb, and I your adverb beats my heart. You are the stillness, the silence between beats. The stars call me home, and I, the adverb, too long between beats, and I, the adverb, too long between beats, and I, the adverb, too long, much too long. My legs stretch out and unfold, corners ripped and tattered. I become flat and unengaging, simple, creased and used. I become folded and wrapped anew. I am origami paper heart. I was adverb, beating. Now I am nothing. I am December. I am inanimate paper heart. I am a new beginning. Valerie Lorraine.
Yes.
All right. That's what's up.
Thank you.
Mm.
Yeah. So we're gonna take, well, how about we take another blast through the past? Or shall I say walk around the path?
Okay.
Sister Monet.
I was trying to find something to go with the flow. So I'm just gonna
Go with your heart, mind, and soul.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were talking about the micros earlier, and I messed around with something and I tapped it and I lost it. I lost it.
I hate that too.
Nah, it's cool because, like you said, I'm gonna go with whatever. Hold on, let me see. Dang, I'm so mad. I really didn't move it. Okay, this is a short, a micro. I'm doing something real different. So, death all around, ambiguous losses, and too heavy crosses to bear. You told me to hang in there, yet this light that God gives us, He takes away. Love on those who remain here. That's it. I tried something different, I'm getting out there. Trying something different.
That's great.
You tried to use a cheat code. I see you.
What cheat code? This is like, listen, you talking about changing around the stanzas, and listen, I'm here to learn. Like I said, I'm here to learn. Yeah. I'm here to heal. I'm here to teach other people. So that was very different. So
now that's what's up.
And now that I know what it's called, impact. No, seriously, like I never knew that it was called a micro.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that. Like I have little things that I've started, and I never was able to go back to it for the simple fact that it was like, no, I need to finish this. But tonight was a very teachable moment. I'm here for all the teachable moments that I can get. And tonight was tonight was a teachable moment for me, that I don't have to have all of that. If God just wants the point to be made, that's it. Let it be in those two, little stanzas, and keep it pushing. And that's right. It came right pushing. Across. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. I was gonna say that I think it's really it's a powerful lesson for a poet or a writer of any type to work outside of their known genre. Mm-hmm. Right. Like I'm a free verse poet. So if I go into a different genre or modality, say I'm going to write a rhyming poem or a couplet, or I'm going to do a limerick, I may hate the process and I may never, ever do it again. But the very fact that I made myself do that and I learned something new, you don't lose that. It sticks around in your brain. And when you come back to your known genre or modality, whichever you prefer to call it, you have actually gained something and made yourself stronger in your known writings. So I think that it's very powerful to try these things, and you never know, you might find something you like, and if you don't, it's no harm, no foul. You don't have to. Nobody said you're tied to this for life.
True. I've
So
learned I've learned a lot myself just writing for different people over the course of the years. You so that's why I'm able to quickly grab somebody's emotions and just write it out. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I don't really write it out to the way I write. You know what I'm saying? I write it to a way how me and the conversation is going. Sometimes
Right.
it rhymes, sometimes it might not rhyme. But I speak it in the way that they talk. You know what I'm saying? That's something I learned many years ago. But at the same time, I was somewhere where somebody, well, some people hired my services to write letters to their girlfriends.
Oh my
Right.
God.
I got that one.
What's your invoice price?
Nice.
We'll talk about that off
Yeah.
screen.
I'm gonna.
But
jump
I'm just
in for-
saying, it's just been like it was like that though. So
I'm sorry to interrupt you there. I'm going to jump in for 1 second. I'm just going to remind everybody once again, thank you so much for being with us. Whether you're here with us live, we're seeing your comments, and thank you so much. Whether you catch us on replay, please do make sure that you like and subscribe to the page, hit the notification bell so that you get notified of all future shows. There's shows all week long, and sometimes on the weekend we have pop-ups, so go ahead and do that. And I would also like to take a moment to thank our producer Quentin Ford, who is behind the scenes. Without him doing the fabulous job that he does, we would look like a mess. And I think he keeps us going in the right direction. He makes us start on time, he gets us finished on time, and he gets all the sound in the background, and we really appreciate him for that. So thank you. I'm gonna throw out. This is another micro, and I thought I'd share that so that you don't start to settle into it and figure out that it's over. This is called Torn Innocence. Black veined, iridescent wings backdropped against the Van Gogh starry night. Pixie dust glittering as it drifts across the breeze. Fairy kisses, first star wishes. Nothing is magical anymore without love.
Sweet.
Thank you.
right to the point, like you said, it's like Busta Rhymes on a powerful impact. Boom, come the cannon.
Love me some Busta. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to recite this piece called Parallel, and then we're going to close out.
Okay.
Just stay in the room. Don't log out. We got some things to talk about. So here we go. This piece is titled Parallel. Inside the highlight, written before birth from out the womb, going forward, coming soon, fill rooms without wounds. Healing stones from earth, dissolve hurt, protect worth. Takes more than a Google search to lift lines from this verse. First the cloth on the physical, the mind is too deep. Not a paper found to exist when the wrist refused to reach. Verbalizer of the grounds that's well-rounded on 10 toes. Circular atlas of a plane that's born again fully grown. Cheat on creativity when the God divine speak through fruition. See life outside of vision was given is always given. Drop was shaky, remodel structures of interiors. White mirrors of sight with new light prepare the couriers. Hold auras in a belt without conflicting weak energy. Resurrect memories from a telepathy, killing misery. Alcoves of seclusion, from open thoughts of downers. Build better encounters with powers giving out vouchers. King.
I love that.
Yes. A breakdown at the end. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. that like the whole first half of it just like seriously settled in on me and just took me somewhere different, and then I was just in a different mindset to listen to the end of it.
Actually, that was written off somebody else's emotions. You know what I'm saying? So,
must have been mine because it hit me right.
I got a cousin going through something right now, so go there. Well, look, everybody, I'd like to thank y'all for joining the chat tonight. We know you could have been somewhere else, but you're right here with us, and we appreciate you coming into this Poetry Corner universe. Monday nights, check us out, Eastside Connection, with my boy, my co-host, Van Meadows, aka Poetic. Tuesday night, Sister Monet, Valerie Lorraine. Be here or beware at 8 p.m. And excuse me, Eastside Connection 7:30 on Mondays.
Yeah.
And you got Thursdays 11 p.m. Eastern time. You got the Poetry Corner, West Side Connection with Drea the Poet and Queen Ebb and Flow. So stay tuned this Thursday. King's Dream has returned for the new year with the pop-up show starring my boy Kamal Amani. So, as I always say, peace, love, and poetry, and special thanks to our producer Q. We out of here.